Western medicine has spent decades telling us that brain aging after 60 is inevitable and largely irreversible. Japanese women appear not to have received that message. Because there are 5 things they do every single day, none of them supplements, none of them diets, that researchers have now shown actively reverse specific markers of brain aging. Today, I am walking you through all 5, what they are, the Japanese cultural tradition behind each one, and exactly what each habit does to keep the brain younger and memory sharper. Stay until the end. Habit 4 is the one that stunned Western neuroscientists the most. Subscribe. Let us get into it. 1. That most Western women have been told is lazy or indulgent. A short afternoon nap. Called Inemuri in Japan, which translates roughly as sleeping while present, and the science of what 20 minutes of afternoon sleep does to the aging brain is remarkable. In Japan, napping is not a sign of laziness. It is a sign of dedication, of someone who works and engages with life so fully that a brief rest is needed and taken without apology. Inemuri is seen in offices, on trains, in public spaces. A brief nap after lunch is considered a natural and healthy part of the day. Japanese women over 60 nap regularly, 15 to 20 minutes in the early afternoon, as an ordinary daily habit. Here is what those 20 minutes do to the brain. By mid-afternoon, typically between 1 and 3 o'clock, the brain has been running for 7 to 8 hours since waking. The memory center specifically has been working continuously, forming new memories, retrieving existing ones, and processing the experiences of the morning. Over those hours, small amounts of waste accumulate between the memory cells, the same waste that accumulates overnight and is cleared during sleep. By early afternoon, this accumulation has reached a level where it measurably slows memory processing. 20 minutes of sleep clears this accumulation. The brain's cleaning system, which runs even during a brief nap, flushes the mid-afternoon waste. The memory center returns to something close to its morning performance level. Think of it like rebooting a computer that has been running for hours and has started to slow down. 20 minutes. Fresh start. Full performance restored. A NASA study of pilots and astronauts found that a 26-minute nap improved cognitive performance by 34% and alertness by 54%. A study from Saarland University found that a 10 to 40-minute nap improved memory performance to morning levels for up to 3 hours afterward. And critically for brain aging, regular nappers showed measurably slower rates of brain volume loss over time compared to non-nappers. How to do it? 15 to 20 minutes only, not longer. Longer naps enter deeper sleep stages and cause grogginess. Set an alarm. Lie down or sit comfortably. Even if full sleep does not come, the rest itself produces measurable benefit. Between 1 and 3 in the afternoon is the brain's natural rest window. Every day. 2. That Japanese women do every day, or several times a week, that Western neuroscientists are now calling one of the most complete brain anti-aging activities available to anyone over 60. Singing. Specifically, group singing. Karaoke. Japan did not just invent karaoke, it embraced it completely. There are more karaoke establishments per capita in Japan than almost any other country. Groups of Japanese women over 60 meet regularly to sing together, in karaoke rooms, in community halls, in temples and churches. It is social, joyful, and completely ordinary. What it is doing to their brains at the same time is what Western researchers found so striking. The first mechanism is the release of the brain's own growth and repair chemical. Singing, particularly singing with others, triggers the release of this chemical in measurable quantities. This is the same chemical stimulated by lion's mane mushroom and by exercise. It repairs existing brain connections and triggers the formation of new ones. Every time a Japanese woman sings with her group, she is triggering a wave of brain repair and growth. The second mechanism is breath control. Singing requires controlled, sustained exhalation, long, slow breaths out with precise timing. This breath pattern activates the brain's calming pathway, the same one activated by the Nagaiki breathing technique from our breathing video. Cortisol levels drop. The stress chemical that accelerates brain aging reduces measurably during and after singing. The third mechanism is the combination of memory, language, rhythm, and emotion all being engaged simultaneously. Remembering lyrics, matching melody, feeling the emotion of the song, coordinating with others. These require multiple brain regions to work together in coordination. This coordination is one of the most powerful known drivers of the brain rewiring itself and maintaining its connections. A study from the University of Helsinki found that regular group singing in adults over 60 produced measurably higher brain growth and repair chemical levels, significantly lower stress chemical levels, and measurably better cognitive performance on memory and processing speed tests compared to non-singers. The effect was larger when singing was done in groups rather than alone. How to do it? Join a local choir, community singing group, or karaoke night. Or simply sing along to music at home for 20 to 30 minutes daily. The specific song does not matter. The group element amplifies the benefit. The joy is part of the mechanism. Genuine positive emotion during singing increases the brain growth chemical release. 3. That Japanese women do every day or practice several times a week with deep regularity that produces brain changes Western neuroscientists have struggled to explain through any mechanism other than one. The tea ceremony. Chado. Chado, the Japanese tea ceremony, is one of the most codified and precisely structured mindfulness practices in the world. Every movement is deliberate. Every gesture has meaning and sequence. The preparation of the tea, the handling of the utensils, the presentation to the guest, the receiving and drinking, all are performed with complete, unhurried attention to the present moment. Nothing is rushed. Nothing is done automatically. The entire ceremony is an exercise in bringing the full attention to exactly what is happening right now. This quality of attention, sustained, deliberate, fully present, is precisely what mindfulness researchers have found most powerfully changes the brain's physical structure. Not relaxation, not emptying the mind, the specific quality of bringing complete attention to a present action and holding it there. When this quality of attention is practiced regularly, the brain tissue in two specific areas grows measurably thicker and denser. The first is the attention center, the area that controls focused concentration. The second is the memory center, which becomes better at retaining and retrieving information when its surrounding tissue is healthier and thicker. Think of it like a muscle. The more it is used in this specific way, complete, deliberate, present attention, the stronger and denser it becomes. Regular tea ceremony practice gives this muscle a workout several times per week. A study from Harvard Medical School found that adults who practiced structured mindfulness, the same quality of attention as Chado, for 8 weeks showed measurably thicker brain tissue in both the attention and memory centers. The changes were visible on brain scans, and in adults over 60, The thickening was equivalent to reversing several years of normal age-related thinning. How to do it? A full tea ceremony requires training, but the principle can be applied immediately. Choose any daily activity, making a cup of tea, washing dishes, folding laundry, and do it once per day with complete, deliberate attention. No phone, no television. 4. Reading aloud. Called Onudoku in Japan, Onudoku has been a cornerstone of Japanese education for centuries. Japanese school children read aloud every morning, individually and in unison. The practice continues in adult life. Japanese women read passages aloud from books, newspapers, and poetry as a regular morning or evening habit. It is considered natural and beneficial in Japanese culture. In the West, adults who read aloud are sometimes looked at strangely. The brain imaging data suggests they are doing something very right. When you read silently, the brain activates a specific network of regions involved in visual processing and language comprehension. These are the reading regions, well-practiced and efficient. But when you read aloud, something significantly larger happens. The motor regions controlling the mouth and tongue activate. The hearing regions process the sound of your own voice. The breath control regions coordinate the reading with breathing. The language production regions engage as well as the comprehension regions. Think of the difference between a single instrument playing a melody and a full orchestra playing the same melody. Silent reading is the single instrument, doing its job well and efficiently. Reading aloud is the full orchestra, every section engaged, every part of the brain's language and motor network working in coordination. This simultaneous activation of multiple brain regions is one of the most powerful drivers of the brain rewiring itself and maintaining its connections against aging. When many regions work together repeatedly, the connections between them strengthen. The coordination becomes faster and more reliable. The brain resists the gradual disconnection that characterizes aging. A study from Tohoku University, specifically studying Onudoku practice in adults over 60, found that regular reading aloud produced measurably stronger connections between multiple brain regions, significantly better memory test performance, and slower rates of cognitive decline over a 3-year follow-up period compared to those who read only silently. How to do it? 5 to 10 minutes of reading aloud every day. Any text, a book, a newspaper, a recipe, a letter. Read it out loud in a natural voice as if reading to someone. Morning is ideal. The brain's language and motor orchestra warming up for the day. Every day. 5. That comes in many forms and that every woman over 60 can find a version of that feels natural and enjoyable. Monozukuri, the art of making things with the hands. In Japanese culture, the making of things by hand, with care, precision, and attention to craft, is deeply valued and widely practiced. Japanese women of all ages engage in some form of handcraft as a regular daily or weekly practice. Origami at the kitchen table, knitting in the evening, calligraphy in the morning, ikebana flower arrangement as a meditative practice. The making is considered valuable not just for what it produces, but for what the process does to the person making it. The brain reason why is remarkable. If you were to look at a map of the brain showing how much brain space is dedicated to each part of the body, the hands take up an extraordinary amount of space, significantly more than their physical size would suggest. The hands are among the most brain-connected parts of the body. Every small, precise hand movement, a stitch of knitting, a fold of origami, a brushstroke of calligraphy, activates a large region of brain tissue. Think of it like a city's road network. Every time a road is used regularly, it is maintained and strengthened. Roads that are never used begin to deteriorate. The precise hand movements of crafting keep the brain's most extensive road network, the hand-brain highways, actively maintained and growing stronger. Against the natural aging process that tends to reduce these connections, regular handcrafting is one of the most direct countermeasures available. And because handcrafting also requires attention, visual processing, problem-solving, and often memory, remembering a pattern, planning the next step, multiple brain regions are engaged simultaneously alongside the motor regions. The effect is compounded. A study from the Mayo Clinic found that adults over 60 who regularly engaged in crafts involving fine hand movements, knitting, painting, drawing, pottery, showed a 30 to 50% lower risk of developing memory problems compared to those who did not. The more regularly the craft was practiced, the stronger the protective effect. How to do it? Choose any form of handcraft that appeals: knitting, origami, calligraphy, drawing, pottery, sewing, flower arranging. Any precise handwork. 15 to 30 minutes daily. The specific craft does not matter. What matters is the regular, precise movement of the hands. The brain's most extensive road network being driven on every day. 5 daily habits. None of them diets, none of them supplements. All of them ordinary parts of Japanese daily life that are actively reversing the brain aging most Western women have been told is inevitable. None of them difficult, all of them enjoyable. The brain aging reversing, starting today. Subscribe for new brain health videos. Leave a comment. Which of these 5 are you starting today? I will see you at the next video. Stay sharp.